How did the Commerce Clause enable the Civil Rights Act of 1964? Have you ever wondered how a single clause in the Constitution helped shape the fight for civil rights in America? The Commerce Clause, found in Article I, Section 8 of the United States Constitution, plays a key role in this story. It gives Congress the power to regulate commerce among the states. This authority was essential for passing the Civil Rights Act of 1964, especially its rules against racial discrimination in public places. So, how did this work? The legal reasoning was straightforward. Racial discrimination in places like hotels, restaurants, and theaters made it hard for Black Americans and others to travel freely. This restriction on movement affected interstate commerce, which is the buying and selling of goods across state lines. Congress realized that such discrimination was a burden on commerce because it limited the ability of millions of Black citizens to travel, do business, and fully participate in the economy. With this understanding, Congress used its power under the Commerce Clause to ban discrimination in these public establishments. The goal was to remove barriers that hindered interstate commerce. This approach was not just about morality. It was about ensuring that everyone could engage in the economy without facing unfair treatment. The United States Supreme Court supported this use of the Commerce Clause in important cases like Heart of Atlanta Motel v. United States in 1964. In this case, the court unanimously decided that Congress had the right to stop racial discrimination in businesses that served travelers crossing state lines. The court acknowledged that while Congress was addressing a social issue, the law was valid because the discrimination had a real impact on interstate commerce. This constitutional foundation was vital. Earlier civil rights laws had limited effectiveness, often only targeting government discrimination. The Commerce Clause allowed Congress to reach private businesses and enforce civil rights protections more broadly. For Black American history, this use of the Commerce Clause was a powerful tool. It helped dismantle legalized segregation and discrimination in public spaces. It supported the efforts of Black leaders and activists who fought for equal access and justice in everyday life. This legislation made it easier for Black Americans to participate in the economic and social life of the nation. In essence, the Commerce Clause enabled the Civil Rights Act of 1960 by giving Congress the authority to regulate businesses that affected interstate commerce. This action outlawed racial discrimination in public accommodations and advanced civil rights protections for Black Americans and other marginalized groups.